looking at these two photos, what differences do you see? A person with or without a beard, or maybe with or without glasses? What you may not be able to see is that the person in the top photo, a female, in this case me, is 73% more likely to be seriously injured in a car crash compared to the person in the bottom photo, a male, in this case my goofy coworker JP. This statistic came out the same year I started my PhD in injury biomechanics, and it stuck with me because your odds of being injured can be as variable as people are. This is an area of active research in automotive safety, and multiple groups are looking at representing a wider selection of people with our crash test dummies. Crash test dummies are used to assess car safety and help us understand injury by helping us understand and predict the human response. For example, if we want to understand head and brain injuries, we need to understand how the head may move in a vehicle in something like a frontal crash. We want a female dummy to move like a human female would, like me, and we want a male dummy to move like a human male would, like JP. To get this representation right, we typically rely on experimental data, which is typically lacking for females. That's where my research comes in, filling that data gap for females, specifically for neck biomechanics. As you can imagine, necks can vary from person to person, for example, in length or strength. Take me and JP, for instance. We may tense the muscles in our neck differently, resulting in a different stiffness of the neck and a different head motion in something like a frontal crash. To look into these topics, I'm spearheading a $1.2 million Department of Transportation project to examine the human neck response in car crash-like loadings with a primary focus on female representation in the data. What I found over the past few years is that when we do not consider the effect of muscle tensing in the neck, male and female responses may look quite similar. But when we do consider muscle, male and female responses may start to differ, especially at low crash speeds. This highlights the importance of considering both muscle and sex differences in neck biomechanics as we continue to build out the data sets for both our male and female crash test dummies. Now, I still think about that 73% injury difference every time I buckle up in my car and drive somewhere like I did today. But I'm excited every time I go into lab or talk about my research because there's an ever-increasing interest in sex differences in biomechanics. And with our current momentum, I believe there is a genuine and sustainable shift towards increased safety for everyone. Thank you.